Hey everyone, it's Jessie from Condo to Cottage. So it's been a few days since I've recorded, well, a week. I actually recorded and then never got around to editing a video. But I did want to update you guys on just what's going on around here. We have had quite a week with our chickens. So I wanted to share, and I'm going to start off with my sad little Flissa here. So Flissa, who has always been she's super friendly. As you can see, she's going through something. She's hobbling. So I have to clean out this crate. I have to clean it out a few times a day because she makes quite a mess. Hi, Flissa. She's always been such a friendly bird. Lulu is extremely intrigued by her. She follows our neighbor around when he mows the lawn and all this stuff. So the first thing that happened was, as you can see with her feathers, she is molting pretty bad. I don't know if I can get a better angle of her. Hey girl, what's up? So you see her feathers, she is going through a molt. And so with a molt, you can either have, oh, she just made a mess on camera. Hopefully you didn't see it. You can either have a soft molt or a hard molt. And basically all of our girls usually, and it always happens around this time of year, usually, like end of summer, early fall, chickens are covered in down feathers. So they need to replace their feathers and make sure that they're as healthy as they can be before they head into the winter, because those down feathers keep them warm. So they replace their feathers. And when they do this, like most of our girls do it like a little bit at a time. And they'll lose like little patches here and there. But Flissa is doing what's called, and that's called a soft molt. Flissa is doing a hard molt, and she's just lost so many feathers all at once. We noticed it, and then like every day it was just getting progressively worse. And that's no reason to crate in and of itself and to isolate her. But then she started yesterday morning. She started hobbling around. The first day she was actually walking as if she was ducking under something. And then now she's walking really weird on her foot and not putting pressure on it. So something's definitely going on. I have read that when they go through a hard molt, it can be really stressful on their bodies, and they just need so much protein to make new feathers. So a lot of the things I read, Lulu, she is so intrigued by Flissa right now, said to supplement their diet with some extra protein. So that is why we took her yesterday morning and we put her in this crate. We put a blanket around 3 sides of it, so because she's missing so many of her poor down feathers. We gave her a can of tuna, and she ate most of that, and then some like electrolyte water, which she doesn't seem to be a big fan of. So we also put out regular water, regular chicken food, and I put out sweet potato for her today, and some bird seed. So she's got so many different kinds of food in there. So we're just hoping that she recuperates that foot a little bit. And whenever you have chickens that are not themselves, like they're not their healthiest self, they always say to isolate, because they don't know, and they're going to try and like compete with the other chickens still, and run after the food and do all this stuff, and they need to actually rest. They don't know to like slow down and rest. So that's why we have her covered in the little blankie. She is not the only one molting right now. Jimmy got done brooding, and now she's molting everywhere. She's losing another hard molt. She looks pretty atrocious. I will have to show you. She's got like 4 tail feathers left. It's pretty hideous. The other night we also had an incident where Seth got home. It was like, I don't know, 9:30. It was dark. It was raining. It was gross out. And he's like, he goes to put the chickens away. He's like, babe, we're missing a chicken. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? And it was a raptor. So they're pretty big. Like the raptors are pretty big. And I'm like, well, there was no commotion. We didn't hear anything. My son's room is right above where the chickens are. We didn't hear anything. So I'm like, I can't begin to, believe something took her. So we're looking everywhere. We're not seeing anything. We're out here with flashlights and raincoats, and we're about to give up. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just check one spot. So sure enough, she decided to go broody. And the chickens, let me just show you. In this little construction area, this whole side of our house is a mess. Over here in this window well, they decided, there's probably more in there now. No. they decided to lay like 14 eggs. And I guess she decided she wanted to roost on them overnight. So we found her kind of soaking wet. She doesn't get, you know, full coverage over there from the rain. But she was wet and laying in the nesting. She decided to brood and nest on the 14 eggs that were in the window well. So they always keep us busy. So don't mind this area over here. We're actually going to be, we're trying to figure out what to do, extending our deck and blah, blah, blah. This is the other side of the house. So let's go take a look at Jimmy, and then I'll show you what's left of the garden. Downside of having pine trees, a whole frog pond and everything's covered in pine. Let's take a look at Jimmy. This is the other side of our yard. See if I see her. Surprised she's not coming up already. Hey girls. Hey Beardy. Ducky. Hello ladies. Where's Jimbo? There she is. Oh my gosh, wait till you see her. Jim. Girlfriend. What is happening to you? You look like a hot mess. Hot mess express. You got like 4 tail feathers. Oh, it looks bad. I think she's covering herself with her feathers. Not all, it also looks super painful. So yeah, safe to say our chickens have seen better days. Poor Gem with her 4 little tail feathers. I hope I don't have to isolate her now. So we'll see. Man, Lulu is all amped up. So that is the latest with the chickens. The garden is like pretty much the same. Let's take a look here. I'm looking right now at these zinnias and they are just still kicking. I will have to say my favorite part of the garden in the fall is the flowers. Just the mums are just insane, and these zinnias, I mean, look how tall these things are. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look. So this time, maybe you guys will be proud of me. I actually brought my bucket, but I did not weed whack in here, so it's still insane. It looks like a jungle. So a chipmunk is definitely getting into my cherry, or my ground cherries. So that's super disappointing. He's like leaving casings on the ground that he's chewed. So he's discovered it. Now that he's discovered it, I don't know what to do. So, well, that's a big bean pod. So we've got lots of tomatoes. I'm actually in the middle of cooking baked cherry tomato pasta. Look, you can see all the chipmunk discarded parts. My beets and carrots are not really growing that quickly. So we'll see what winds up happening. But they're there. And then the cherry tomato patch. The insane cherry tomato patch. I'm going to pick some tomatoes tonight for dinner for our baked cherry tomato pasta. But these just keep producing. I have to say they are tough to get into. So I'll show you from the other side, but lots of cherry tomatoes. Oh look, now Chipmunk has discovered my strawberries as well. And probably I know he got my peppers because I saw them in the yard. But I don't think, knock on wood, he didn't get my Mira pepper yet. There's lots of bell peppers in here, so just holding off till we get a frost, and then I'll come out and pick whatever I need to. So still have a few eggplants you can see kind of growing on them. They're definitely dying now, but that's okay. Crazy beautiful marigolds. It looks like it's actually dying back a bit. And then our cherry tomatoes. So looking good. These the blue cream berry tomatoes are looking really yummy. So some of them split. We had rain this past week, so no chickens too. They're all locked up right now, but these look good. Perfect. I can add them to my dinner. See, it's a good thing I came out to record a video. Now these ones over here I just have ripening because they were off on the they were green when they fell off of the vine. This one is pretty nasty, so I'm going to throw that into the yard for the chickens to get tomorrow. I'm going to need basil for my meal too. Although it's not looking like the healthiest amount, but that's okay. And then our leafy greens, which I have to tell you, I've just been coming out and like snacking on them because they're so yummy. Tomatoes, we've got some in here to pick. These green ones are finally ripening. That's awesome. That's a nice size one there. Cool. And I just cut, if it's split or whatever, I just cut off the bad parts and the rest are totally fine. So still got some stuff going on there. There's a few more red ones in there I have to get from the other side. And then over here we have this massive ground cherry. So note to self, when planting ground cherries, give them a lot more room than I gave them. Eggplant that's got flowers, but I don't think any eggplant will be coming from that guy yet before the frost. And this cherry, or this slicer tomato, I mean, some of these tomatoes are bigger than we got all season. They're huge. So if these ripen, we will get some tomato sandwiches still, which I've still been eating. I alternate between like almond butter, banana, and tomato sandwiches for breakfast. So I've also totally given up on my kale for right now because I just haven't had time to come out here and put the rest of the hoops up. So it is what it is. I will say though that these tomatoes that are ripening are splitting really bad. I mean, that's just nasty. So I hope that the other slicers don't end up getting ruined like this, because this is just not good. Not good at all. Give these to the chickens. See if we can throw these to the chickens real quick. See if they'll come running out. Nah, they'll find him in the morning. Oh, Jimmy's making her way down. Poor little molted Jimmy. They found their way. Although this one COVID seems confused. Right there, girl. There you go. Before you know it, they're all down here. Hey, girls. Look at Jim. Oh my goodness, you poor baby. Oh Lord, that's depressing. So we also finished staining the deck, so that's exciting. And then the crazy tomato patch here. On the way to showing you the mums, which are glorious. With our tomato patch here, it's so crazy how the whole thing dies, but then you just see all these yummy cherry tomatoes on here. So lots of those random ones. Lots of healthy cherry tomatoes. I love this 1 bushel of cherry tomatoes. It looks so awesome. I'm gonna wait for them to all be red. Check out the mums over here, you guys. These things are huge. I cut them back every year, but man, they are just gorgeous. I prefer the burgundy color actually, but the yellow ones have really taken to the this yard this year. All right, so that's pretty much what we've got going on this week. Lots of chicken drama, molting chickens, brooding chickens. Although that raptor that went broody, she has not been broody since that night. So I don't know if she's gonna go back and be broody again. They always surprise us. There's always something going on with the chickens. It's literally never a dull moment. But they're fun and cute. So that's what's going on with the chickens and the garden. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful fall, getting all the pumpkins. If you have any leftover pumpkins after Halloween and you don't feel like keeping them, bring them over to me, because my chickens love to eat pumpkins and it helps to deworm them naturally, actually. So that's awesome. A little tidbit for you. So I hope you guys are enjoying your October so far. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and you can hit the little thumbs up like button. That just helps me, I don't know, I like to see it. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.